Okay. Whoa. Oh my goodness. This light provides good lighting, but like I swear by the end of some of these videos I'm blind or I can only see circular rings. Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Kathy and I am a current sophomore at the University of Central Florida. UCF is one of the biggest universities in the nation. I currently major in hospitality management. Not to brag, but UCF's hospitality program on the Rosen College of Hospitality Management is #1 in the nation and #2 in the entire world. The Rosen College of Hospitality Management is where I would take most of my classes if a pandemic wasn't happening. I've been able to adapt to virtual and remote classes. I do miss the Rosen College campus a lot. Today we're going to be doing another video within this little college series I have on this channel. Whether you're curious about college life or just want to know more about college in general or are trying to research different colleges to go to, such as the University of Central Florida, this college series is for you. I recommend that you subscribe right now because I'm going to be releasing a lot of college themed videos providing you with advice, tips, and lots more. So subscribe, turn those post notifications on, and while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up right now. Today's video is actually going to be a generic Q&A. I've compiled a list of a lot of questions that I get either within the orientation sessions that I've hosted over the summer and fall semesters, or that I've just gotten on Instagram from people who have watched my UCF Good Luck Freshie video, which I will link above right here. I'll also link it in the description below so you can access it whenever. By the way, if I'm looking over here, it's just so I can read off the list of questions that I've gotten from my laptop. I don't want to forget anything, so if you see me looking this way, that is why. Let's get started. So the first question is, I know you've been trained to say things correctly, but what is campus really like? So I'm gonna be real with you guys. UCF is one of the biggest schools in the nation, and it does not go short of that. The campus is so big, so there's so many things to explore. And of course, we're in an online community right now, but being able to walk around this large campus and being able to explore new things every single week, every single day during my freshman year was definitely a great experience. I was able to try new restaurants, go to different classrooms, find different study spots, and it was really great. And I'm hoping that we can return to that kind of environment very, very soon. Question number 2 is, how safe is campus? So I also get this question a lot, mostly from like family members who are concerned for their student. UCF has a police department. We also have those like blue light stand things that are all around campus. Oh, they're called emergency response poles. It like slipped my mind for a second. You also have access to the most important departments on the back of your UCF ID. The next question is, are there campus jobs available? There are a lot of campus jobs available. The most popular one is probably the UCF bookstore. They hire a lot of students and they usually post on their Instagram account when they're hiring, what they're looking for. A lot of UCF campus jobs are very simple and they actually help with building your resume and even just having a little bit of income, because you know, the broke college student life. Also, they hire new orientation leaders every single year, so you can apply for that job as well. You can also find more information about like job opportunities and on-campus volunteer opportunities on this website called Night Connect. It's where a lot of UCF events are hosted now, especially with COVID, where you have to RSVP to different events through that website in order to attend. You can set up a LinkedIn account on your computer and basically access on-campus jobs as well as jobs around your area, because it uses your location to see who's hiring near you. Similar to LinkedIn, UCF is actually partnered with Handshake, so you can definitely also set up that account. I tend to use LinkedIn more than Handshake, but it's important to update both accounts because you never know if employers are looking at your profile and might be interested in hiring you. Is it better to buy your textbooks online or in the campus bookstore? So as an orientation leader, I always tell students to go to the campus bookstore because it's just very convenient. But because we are in an online situation right now, there's a lot of ways you can still order textbooks, or even just buying ebooks is a lot more convenient. I know that the UCF campus bookstore has been able to do like pickup kind of thing where you order them online and then you go into the campus bookstore to pick it up real quick. But to limit in-person contact, I do recommend just ordering your books online and seeing the best deal that you can get. My best advice is to also wait till maybe the first week of classes to order your textbooks, unless your professor emails you in advance that you'll need your textbook within the first week. Therefore, you have time to analyze which classes actually require you to spend money on textbooks. UCF also has this scholarship. I never actually applied for it, but it's a textbook scholarships where you can earn free textbooks for an entire academic year. And it's pretty cool. The prompt never changes too. I think it's like, if you were a book, what would your title be and why? They choose 15 students, 10 or 15, I'm not too sure, each academic year, and then you get free textbooks for the entire time. If you do end up buying your textbooks from the campus bookstore, then I do recommend doing some research on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, because the UCF bookstore does price match, so you want to get the best deal possible because, again, the broke college student life. The next question is, what transportation is available around the UCF area? So UCF actually has a shuttle service to all the different campuses, the downtown campus and the Rosen campus, and all the other buildings that are a little bit further off campus. This includes the apartments, the complexes, some very far like areas that a lot of UCF students like to go to. For my freshman year, I didn't have a car, so utilizing those shuttle services was definitely useful for me. All of the shuttle schedules can be found on this website. What is it? It's parking.ucf.shuttles. Wait, it's parking.ucf.edu/shuttles. That took way too long. You can visit that website for all the full schedules and hours of the different shuttle services that UCF offers. And the shuttles are completely free. They come with your tuition and all the fees that you have to pay in order to be a student at UCF. All you have to do to get onto those shuttles is have a valid UCF ID. Some shuttle bus drivers require that you have the physical ID with you. Sometimes you can show them a picture on your phone if you don't want to carry it around with you all the time, but I do recommend just having your UCF ID with you all the time because it does give you access to a lot of things on campus. And even off campus too. Sometimes a place will have like a student discount and will require you to show your UCF ID or your student ID in general to get that discount because money is money. So going off of transportation, the next question is, where can I get a parking pass? A lot of students invest in a parking pass, whether it's the decal or the hang tag, in order to not get a parking ticket on campus. You can buy a parking pass from Parking Services on campus, located right below Garage B. So right now you can order your parking pass online and either have it mailed to you or pick it up at Parking Services. If you're a commuting student this semester and you have to go from living at home or living at your apartment to on campus for maybe one in-person class a week, I recommend getting the Parking Pass D because it gives you access to all the green parking garages. Each of the parking garages has a specific color associated to it. Sometimes a certain housing community and academic village is going to have a different parking pass associated with it than a housing community near towers, probably because they're on opposite sides of the campus. Next question is, should I get a meal plan? I always get this question. As a UCF orientation leader, I'm supposed to advise that you do, but it's really up to student preference. It's up to you whether you want to get a meal plan. Going to college is a big step regarding independence, and if you want to learn how to cook or be more independent and like buy your own groceries and make meals from that, there are housing communities on campus that have kitchens, so you can utilize that. But if you were to get a meal plan, my best advice is for you to get the cheapest option because it is so much easier to upgrade your option to get more dining dollars or nights cash into your UCF ID than downgrading. I actually had to downgrade for the spring 2020 semester and it was really difficult. Then the rest of the semester became online and I had to come home. So it was just really difficult to go through that process and then not even have the opportunity to go to the dining halls and get meal plan food. I hope that made sense. Do I need to get a Fairwinds account? Now, if you don't know what Fairwinds is, it's the bank directly associated with UCF. It's not mandatory to get a Fairwinds account, but a lot of students at UCF actually do. I don't, but that's only because I had a Chase account that I set up back in New Jersey before I came to Florida. I literally just set that up. I am fine. I don't need to open another bank account. What's cool about having a Fairwinds account though is that it gives you certain benefits to the different locations on the UCF campus or even like slightly off campus, kind of like a student discount based on your bank account. Also, in the beginning of the school year, a lot of tabling events happen and a lot of different clubs and organizations hand out like those card holders. I definitely recommend getting one of those, especially if you have a phone case that isn't like sequins like mine. You can stick that on the back because it is very handy to have your cards in there. Or you can just get a wallet if you really want to. What school supplies do I need? So school supplies really depends on each specific course. You might need something for chemistry that you don't need for English. All the different textbooks vary for each of the different classes, and you can find that out on this Barnes & Noble website that I will link in the description, where you can enter your course number and it will tell you what course materials are necessary for that class. But again, I recommend waiting till the syllabus is out so that you have a list of what supplies you necessarily need from that specific professor. But before all that, I do recommend going in with a agenda or a planner that you can organize everything with, and maybe like a few notebooks or one binder that has like separators, and just basically have some school supplies ready, because buying stuff last minute is never the best, especially when we're in a situation like Zoom University right now. Yes. The final question for this Q&A, and don't worry, I will be doing more Q&As in the future. How can I be assured I am registering for the correct classes? There's no correct classes that you have to be registering for. There are some prerequisites that are recommended to be taken before a certain class that you have to take later on, maybe your junior or senior year. So I definitely recommend talking to your academic advisor. That's usually specified during your orientation session. The UCF academic advisors always advise that you use this application or resource called Pegasus Path, which is found on your My UCF account. I actually started using that this year because I would always like handwrite my stuff. I didn't really like planning out stuff on my computer. I found that after online semesters and dealing with Zoom University, just using less paper was also helpful for the environment. It is a great resource to use, especially with organizing a potential schedule for your next 4 years at UCF. You can always go back and reorganize it. It just makes registering for classes so much easier, because the stress of registering for classes is definitely real, especially when you're a freshman or sophomore, because you don't get first picks, seniors and juniors do. So if you still have a gen ed to take, you know, oh, I have to take this early on and get this over with. That's all the questions that I have time for today, but don't worry, I'm definitely going to be doing more UCF Q&As like this, and I'm definitely going to be continuing this college series because I will be at home, staying away from the outside world. I recently moved all my classes online, so I am very much set to be in front of my computer a lot of the time for spring semester, so I have to figure that out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and go Knights, charge on. Bye!